So behind me is the paddock where the cows used to stay at night, and in the barn they used to stay. That's the barn behind me. The fields over there, that's where they were in the day. And now they're dead. They took them to the butcher last week. This is a hobby my dad does, and is farming, small-time farming. We had 3 cows, and we got them butchered last week. So, the reason I bring the story up is because as I was at the butcher, I was trying to get a video, of every process that the cows go through, like eating, feeding them, um, loading them onto the truck, unloading them at the butcher, and so when I was at the butcher, I'm always kind of a little bit hesitant to record in public. Um, Sometimes people don't like being recorded and that sort of thing, and I don't know, they want to cause a big scene when the camera's around too. That always happens. From time to time you see it. If you regularly watch YouTube, you'll see that. And I think people tend to make a big deal out of things when a video camera's rolling for multiple reasons. There's a publicity factor where you can get famous or wealthy from having a viral video. So people don't like being recorded. Also, some people are more introverted and don't like to be recorded. And you never know how somebody could twist the video either. The media is very manipulative. A lot of times their tactics are very left-leaning, which I don't support, but they can make any weak person look out to be a superhero, and they can also make a very strong person look out to be an idiot. And this is why I think the person at the packaging place, the butcher, didn't want to be recorded. So as we were unloading the trailer, the owner of the company comes out and says, "You're not allowed to take pictures here." I was holding the camera. I was doing a video, and right when he said that, just out of respect, I turned it off and put it in my pocket. But it's I always hesitate when somebody records me. And I've had that happen, I'll go into that. I always hesitate to say that because somebody could easily turn the camera on the person and be like, you don't tell me what to do. You can't tell me to quit recording. I can do what I want here. This is a public place, even if it's a private place. I don't know. I mean, I know the guy owned the business, but it still is open to the public. So it was kind of a public place, but just out of respect, I quit recording and turned the camera off and put it away. And that's what I'll do if somebody asks me to quit recording. I will quit recording. I don't, want to make somebody out to look like an idiot. And so I didn't upload that portion of the unloading the cattle from the trailer. But I'll go into the part where I was recorded one time. As you know, I do a lot of tours. Sometimes they get a little bit awkward because I'll do a time-lapse video. I'll tape the GoPro on the top of my car and drive through the town, like the main section of the town. And now I do pictures of like nice buildings that are, significant to the town. And sometimes it gets awkward because people will be walking or sitting in their car, and as they're sitting in their car, I'll take the picture of a building, and it'll look like I'm taking a picture of them. Like, for example, if somebody's sitting on the side of the road next to a building that I want to get the picture, I'm not going to wait till they leave to take the picture. I'm willing to take the picture while they're in the car on the side next to that building. So that's what happened when I was doing a tour of Cortland, Ohio. Somebody got upset. They thought I was filming. They thought I was taking pictures of them, and they started following me. And they followed me very closely. So I'm trying to do the tour. Sometimes I'll curve off on the side of the road to take a picture, and he was curving off the same time. He was honking his horn, and then so I just kept doing it. But eventually it got to the point where, you know, I'm trying to do my job of the tour, and somebody's following me. So I pulled off into a gas station, about to turn around, but he followed me into the gas station and pulled up right beside me and honked his horn and gestured to roll my window down. So I rolled my window down. I didn't think he'd probably record it, but he had his cell phone in his hand, obviously recording the interaction we had, and he, you know, it was obviously he was looking for a fight, which I didn't give him. He said, "What are you doing taking my picture?" And, you know, a big mean voice. So I just said I'm doing a tour of a town. I do tours of all kinds of small towns in Ohio, and that kind of de-escalated the situation a little bit. And then he asked, "What are you doing? Putting these on a website?" And I said, "No, I put them on YouTube." He said, "What's your channel name?" I didn't give him my channel name because I figured he could later search my tour, because I figured I might get some hate mail if I gave him the name of my channel. So I didn't, but I figured later on he could go and be like, okay, he really was doing a tour of a town, and see the tour. But it was a very uncomfortable situation. So when I'm ever faced as being recorded, I'll just, you know, live life normally. Sometimes try to avoid the camera interaction, because, like I said, you can make a strong person out to look like an idiot, and you can make a weak person made out to be like a superhero. So I try not to let other people record me, but if other people do record me, I don't be awkward about it. I kind of just live, you know, like normal, and I always like to be on the back end of the video, though, you know, like know what they're editing, and so they don't try to make me out to look like an idiot. But my channel is probably not big enough to where, you know, I could be, you know, made out to be an idiot and publicized to be like an idiot, saying, "Oh, Guy Daniels did this," or whatever. I don't think, you know, my channel's big enough to that point yet. So there's nothing illegal about filming other people, but I would definitely be respectful about that, because people don't really like to be filmed in general.